Welcome to Mishna study Masechet Sheviit Perek Gimel Mishna Yod. Over here in this Mishnah, we're going to speak about if a person wants to build a fence between his property and the public property, right? Between his property and the Reshut Rabim. How does he do so? And what does he do with that dirt? Is he allowed to dig, first of all? And if he's allowed to dig, what does he do with that dirt? What's interesting is this Mishnah will have other halacha ramifications, even to non-Shemitah laws. We'll discuss in a moment. If a person builds a fence between his property and Reshut Rabim, the public property, he's allowed to dig. He wants to set the foundation for his fence. He can dig as much as he wants until he hits the bedrock. What does he do now with the dirt? Right, so he piles it and then maybe flattens it out afterwards. He sets it aside in the Reshut Rabim, in the public domain, and he fixes it. Right, so he piles it up there and then he flattens it, he fixes it, he smoothens it out. Now he makes it a good place. He fixed the Reshut Rabim. The Rabbi Yoshua. Rabbi Akiva Omer, kederech she'em mekalkelim b'Reshut Rabim, kach lo yitakeno. The same way you don't ruin a Reshut Rabim, right? So too, you're not allowed to go ahead and fix it either. Right? You can't fix it. Rabim. Now, so what do you do with the dirt? So you pile it up in your own field. As we said, you do with the manure. So you let it pile. Take this dirt, you pile up into 3 piles in your field. Similarly, if someone goes ahead and he's digging a pit, and it's just 3 different types of pits over here that we're speaking about, that he's digging. That what do you do with the dirt? The same idea. You have to go ahead and you have to place it in your in your field, right? So you dig a pit is more like a cistern or a trench or a cave, right? All these 3, you have to go ahead and, like Rabbi Akiva says, you have to actually set it, put it in your own reshut. You can't put it in the Reshut Rabim. So what's interesting is Rabbi Akiva, halacha is like Rabbi Akiva. And what's his logic? So the same way you're not allowed to ruin Reshut Rabim, you can't fix Reshut Rabim. In the street, you can't. The same way you see a rock over there, okay, could you move that rock? The same way you're not allowed to fix Reshut Rabim, you're not allowed to ruin it, you're not allowed to fix it. Why? Because if he fixes it, he flattens it out, he removes the stones from there, he's gonna have to go ahead and put the stones elsewhere. And what does he end up doing? Nimsa mekalkel. He ends up ruining somewhere else in the Reshut Rabim, and now he's doing it by himself. So I understand it was there before. There was a rock in the Reshut Rabim, let's say, and you went ahead and you left it there. That's one thing. But now that you take it, you pick it up and you put it somewhere else, now you're the one ruining the Reshut Rabim. Unless you do what? Unless you take it and you throw it in the garbage or you throw it into the ocean, right? That would be okay according to the Rabbi Akiva, and that's the way the Talmud Yerushalmi explains the words of Rabbi Akiva, and halacha is like Rabbi Akiva.